Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to another day that presents to us another deal. This time, a version that, I just really wish was a 5-star version and not a 4-star version. But beggars can't be choosers, and this is the world that we have in June of 2018. So, if you recall yesterday, as I was getting plenty of hate for saying that it was not a good deal to spend $10 on 1/4 of a 4-star, most likely 3 2-stars, and 1 3-star, I said save your $10 towards something that's actually going to guarantee you progress in the game, not the RNG fiesta that is a random premium disappointment crystal or a 3-star crystal. And today is an example of an offer that, while I sure as heck won't be going for it, there probably are a lot of people who are just starting out in the game who might and probably should, depending on who your roster is. Now, yes, this is a case where Kabam is still giving us an offer that centers on a 4-star hero, even though the top players are transitioning away from 4 stars to strictly 5 stars and even 6 stars, especially in Alliance War. But I've got to be honest, since my channel has continued to grow in the last 3 to 4 months, the majority of people who hit me up are not people that, like me, have been playing this game for 2 years. They're people who have been playing this game for 2 weeks, maybe 2 months, who don't have many 4 stars at all and who are simply trying to figure out what the heck to do to not just keep losing fights as they are stuck on monthly quests and, say, Act 2 or Act 3. So, I get that Kabam is making a lot of their money based off of the newer players, and if I was a newer player, this would be a very attractive offer to me. Therefore, I want to speak to that segment of the audience, not the people like me who are only going to rank up 5 stars and 6 stars from now on and wait for those juicy T2 alphas, or especially, God forbid we ever see it in an offer, Tier 5 basic shards. So, today we have an offer for $50, and $50 is a lot of money. I think this is something that is not to be understated given how much that is. But for $50, you get one of these class-based Awakening gems, along with signature stones, 30 of them, which ain't bad. You know, I think we've seen this deal before, and I can't remember if it was 20 or 30. ISO, which I get a lot of people saying, I need more ISO. The ISO, for a lot of people, is probably as advantageous or as tempting of a part of this deal as anything else, and that, too, cannot be understated. So 36 stones, ISO 1/5 of a 5-star hero crystal, or 20%. And then, of course, the main headline, the Awakening gem of your choice per class. So, of course, this is going to help you if you have a mutant gem. Let's say you've got an Iceman waiting to be awakened. If you've got yourself a skill, maybe this is finally the time you can awaken your Blade or your Gwenpool. Science, a lot of people are waiting to awaken Void. Mystic, of course, in my book, and I think most people's book, the best class in terms of overall champions. Maybe you've got that Dr. Voodoo you can finally awaken. Or, in a 4-star form, maybe it's Scarlet Witch. Because I got to be honest with you, I've opened 1 Scarlet Witch in 2.5 years of playing this game. If you're waiting to naturally dupe her, probably ain't going to happen until your dog's playing the game in your next life. Cosmic, Hyperion, or Medusa, certainly 2 top choices. And then Tech, boy, if you've got that 4-star Star-Lord, Stark Spidey, lots of options in the Tech class as well. Even the new Iron Man Infinity War would be a fantastic option. So, do I think this is good? Do I think this is fairly priced? I think given the state of the game, it's almost there. To be completely fair and objective, even for you haters out there who say I'm negative no matter what, I think this is pretty close to what could be considered a fair price, given the ISO especially and the 6 stones. I do think that I would take it down $10. I think for $39.99, and certainly there are going to be people who are like, I'm in Canada and it's $60, or I'm in Africa and it's $300. Sorry about you. But, I think $40 is a fair price. A fair price because this is a game-changing offer for so many people. If you don't have a great 4-star and suddenly you've got that Scarlet Witch awakened at Sig 31, you're going to be doing some great work. Same with a Hyperion or a Stark Spidey or a Blade. This is the kind of offer that could save you far more than $50 in units and revives and potions because the content you will be able to clear is amazing. And I mean, maybe you got that $10 offer yesterday and you got your first 4-star and it was a God tier champ. And on back-to-back days, you could go from not having a God tier 4-star to having that God tier 4-star and awakening them and ranking them up. That's pretty cool. I do wish that this also came with a little bit of gold. I think that people are still thirsty for gold, and it's always nice to have that thrown in. But I would say $39.99. So for a grade, given that it's only $10 off, I'll give it a B minus to maybe even B. This would be a B plus to even an A minus if you are in that aforementioned group of people that are so close to having a game-changing champion on their roster and just need that awakening gem, which will be presented to you by your choice here. I also want to say, once you get that awakened champion, save for July 4th. I am praying to the Kabam gods they bring us last year's offers at minimum. And make sure if you've got that game-changing champ, you start saving those Tier 3 catalysts, those Tier 4 basic catalysts so that you can rank them up, because ranking up that champion will ultimately be what gets that awakened champion to help you clear content as fast as possible in the game. So that is my feedback for a very fair offer. I think, again, $10 cheaper would probably bring it closer to an A, but I am not going to be negative overly. There are going to be some people who comment and still say that's too high of a price, but this is not for you. This is for the people who really need that game-changing 4-star champion, and you've got to realize if you've been playing for a couple of years like me, it was a lot easier back then to get naturally awakened, duplicated champions because there were far less champions in that 4-star crystal. Now there's well over 100, and the chance of naturally getting who you're looking for is less than 1%. So this kind of offer really is key to so many newer players. Thanks for watching, YouTube.